We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Come on here, come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some.
A run here for J.D. McKissick.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The first down screen pass, good for 5. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
So a first catch for him on this opening drive. And we've heard the rumblings, Charles, that he's not too happy with his targets as of late. So maybe that's an early olive branch, if you will.
And I think you're exactly right about what we've heard because sometimes we hear things and they're just not true. But in this case, we feel pretty confident. Yeah, he's not exactly happy about the way things have gone lately. I think in some ways the game script has worked against him. In other ways, remember, he's being guarded by the #1 cornerback and maybe kicking another guy in his level. So it's tough for him to always get open. But I do think they're going to make a concerted effort to get him the ball in this game. 1, it'll appease him. And 2, it'll benefit the team if he makes some big plays.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
54, right there, 54 miles. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it out. Hey,
Here's Heineke.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
A give to Gibson running right.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
First down, Heineke. He's got it. Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown on the season.
And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
Extra point attempt to follow here.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Chiefs, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Logan, and he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
Adam Humphries deep to return. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Heineke now.
Taking a shot for Samuel. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 81 yards.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
This one swung out to Williams.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Open man is Fortson. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Logan, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. And Kansas City drafted McCole Hardman, hoping he could be something of a Tyreek Hill clone. They're still trying to find his exact niche. He did have 41 catches last year, and he makes a nice one there.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. And some room to work. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. T.J. Logan. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
14, Chiefs 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
To throw again on second down.
Heineke. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Chase Young
able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a dump off here complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they take it over, we step aside.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Play action now. Here's Heineke.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Throwing, Heineke. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
On 3rd down, Heineke.
He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run with Gibson.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
On play action, Heineke.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because I nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Heineke.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Joey Slye for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets them the lead here in the third, but, boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And, by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that, too.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Now Heineke
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
It got his man. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
2nd and 16.
They run again with Logan.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Logan. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back now at FedEx Field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Logan, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Now Mahomes. He's got it to Williams.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw.
He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first down, Logan. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, there you go, from red zone to red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground or popped in the air, and whoosh, there you go in the other direction. Good job by the defense. You see how they practice that, too. You can tell. Coordinated. As soon as they got the ball, everyone turned to block someone and try and help them along the way.
And now set up here in terrific field position. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got a great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jamin Davis, the rookie first-round pick, in on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Gray. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 40 yards. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They go play fake. Mahomes.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now it's Mahomes again.
Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. On play action, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick.
And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Washington, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.